Good afternoon and welcome back to my mobility scooter adventures channel. And today's video is answering a question I've been asked. How do I get audio into my videos? How do I create podcasts? And how I intend to do my radio broadcasts on the internet up and coming radio channel as well. First off, we need a studio mixer. This is this device that allows me to have numerous inputs of sound in and out through this one console. It's a 12 channel. You can get ones that don't have so many channels or ones that have twice as many, 200 channels if you're doing a major production where you need that many. As well. So on here, fader 1, 2, 3 and 4 are microphones. So fader 1 and 2 are guest microphones. So when I turn them up, you'll see there's a green light indicating the guest microphones are live and will work if I had a guest in the studio. Fader 3 is the radio mic. So this radio mic is this particular product here. You may see them on TV shows. We turn it on, you get the red light, and then you can talk into it, and you see the light going up. But to hear it, I need to turn the studio speaker on so you can hear what I'm saying. And that is the studio microphone for walking around. Then you got a tie mic. Same kind of process, but you've got your transmitter there. You've got your tie clip there, like you use on the news and breakfast shows. So you'll turn it on the switch. You'll get your light. Again, we know it's working because we've got a green light. And I turn the speaker back on. As you can see, we get a lot of feedback from the microphone, as we've got a microphone on the speaker, and we've got microphone I'm using, and we've got speaker as well as the main studio mic. So if you're not equally spaced, as you heard, it can get rather unpleasant to listen to. So we turn that one down. I'll clip that one on for later, for part of the video making, to make the sound better. So I just clipped it on to my polo shirt. As well, now we got the main studio mic on channel 4. So this is what it sounds like on fader 4. So the channels there, but it's also a fader because it fades out. So don't get confused when I refer to a channel and a fader, same things. So as you can tell, the difference between this microphone and the other microphone, it's a lot deeper and more natural sounding. But if I go to the radio mic, what is clipped to me, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. So you should be able to hear what I'm saying. Is, well, my mistake there, I forgot to turn the speakers up. So a lot louder. So if you go over to the other microphone as backup, so you got this one, and if one fails, so if this one fails, I'm holding on to, we can go straight to the tie mic with no interruption in audio. And as you can see, that's way over there. If I turn it on, you can still hear me, and it echoes a bit, so it does disable one or the other. So how does that get into the mixer, you may be thinking? As well, so there is the receiver up there, that little box on the top. You may be able to see a little red and green light. The red light tells me it's live. And the tie mic, if I put on this mic, you'll see another red light come on. Oh, there, look. So if I start talking into it, you see there's a green light. So if I turn that one off, watch on the right, you see the red light go off. And that tells me that microphone isn't working. So underneath that, we got the talk back. You may know that as the little earpiece we have in the ear to air the director. And this will talk to a device like this. Basically just a receiver, that's all it does. You turn it on, the channels have to match. So that's on, that's broadcasting a channel, this is receiving the channel. As you can see there, if when I talk, that little top line, so it's gone, comes back when I'm talking, is well. Then we got the strength it is receiving the audio at. And you plug your earpiece into there, or stick headphones into there, depending on what broadcast you're doing. And there is, depending on how loud you want it in your ear. So we turn that off. Is well, so my main microphone is just here. So we've got the microphone, this is a wired one. And just here we got a wind mic that stops the wind outside. And we got a pop filter on the front. That is this little thing here. Makes the sound a bit better. And it is on a little hoist. So you can move it around, put it at the height that you would like the microphone out to talk into. So turn on channel 4. And as you can see, you can hear what I'm saying. Is well, and at the moment, that is being heard through here. It's also being received on here and on the device I'm recording with. Is well. So we've got other channels now. 5 and 6, that's for a project coming soon. We've got 7 and 8, that is for telephone calls. 9 and 10 is the music. 11 and 12, that is the presets. This is these coloured lights here. And this one is the studio speaker. And these here control the headphones and other parameters of sound and audio quality. And it is well. So, if I want to use mic number 4, and that to be heard in my videos, I just turn up the fader. I can hear it in my headphones at this time, but you'll be able to hear it at this time because I haven't got the studio microphone up, and I can't hear the studio speaker because these headphones are that good. It blocks out external sound, and probably you won't hear in the speaker. Is well, I just took the headphone off one of the ears. Is well, and it's a balancing trick not to get it too loud so you get feedback like that. Is well, and anyway, you won't normally have that one on if you're talking in the studio. So you just have it turned off there, and when the music's playing, you turn it back on, you can hear the music. That just saves you doing that all the time. On that, same here, if your guest doesn't like the audio coming back into the headphones, we just do all this and all these buttons in, depending in which order, we'll do different things basically. So, if I'm going to do a radio broadcast for the internet radio station, right, my jingles are here. I've got other important show presets, and I've got my Amber Alert things on this side. Amber Alert is basically alerting the presenter of a very important news story, like the death of a monarch or an important announcement from the government, breaking news is well. And the Amber Alert is not only to alert the presenter, they immediately need to play appropriate music and be paid to throw to the newsroom. It also would have alerted, and still does, of an attack by another nation, as well. So, like the 3-minute warning as well would have flashed on here. Through the carrier control system, it would automatically switch to the main BBC broadcast, like Radio 2, 3 and 4 would have reverted into the WBS, the Wartime Broadcasting Service. And that's what you would have heard on all transmitters. Some could have been turned off, others were remained on. And it would have confused the enemy, because we would have turned the power up on one, turned it off on the other, and played around with it basically as well. So they couldn't use a particular transmitter to home in on any particular target as well. And for anyone who's interested, the carrier control system would have been broadcast along the same lines as the talking clock. So you think, oh, we got the talking clock, he's ring that. But it also had a sinister motive, the speaking clock. That's what would have controlled the carrier control. So they sent DTMF tones down the phone line, which would have been received by the carrier control points, which is a place with a great big speaker, like hospitals, police stations, fire stations, schools, colleges, and it would have heard an awful sound like ooh, then followed by attack warning red, attack warning red, attack warning red would have been said. And if that would have been heard by the police station or authorised points, they would immediately picked up 2 telephones, the red phones, put one on the left ear, one on the right ear, and would have repeated that message, attack warning red, 3 times. Then they would have turned a key, pressed a button, and that would have triggered all the sirens across the country. As well, in basic terms, a bit more complex, but that's basically what it would have done. So the Amber Alert system is on this. So if I would have got a message in, the monarch died, in this case it will be probably King Charles, so you play your appropriate music, press that button, and you would say these words: the BBC is interrupting programmes to bring you an important announcement. Buckingham Palace has confirmed the death of King Charles in the past few moments. The statement issued by Clarence House stated, the King died peacefully in his sleep this afternoon. King William, Queen Catherine will return to London tomorrow morning and will attend St James's Palace at 1 PM tomorrow afternoon, where they will be proclaimed King and Queen of the United Kingdom. To confirm the breaking news, Clarence House in the last few minutes has announced the death of His Majesty King Charles of happy memory. So you fade that one out, switch it over, and straight to the national anthem as well. So all your important things are always here, easy to get to. You don't have to add these as well. We can have more preset on the computer using something like Radio Boss. So here comes the national anthem, as most people recognise. Always good to have that on standby as well. So when they come back, some more appropriate music from the anthem. In the last few minutes, Buckingham Palace, Clarence House has announced the death of, and so on and so forth. As well. And then you'll probably throw to the national radio station, be it Radio 2 or 4, formerly the own service, would take over the broadcast as well. So now we'll go to a radio broadcast. So I'll turn on the speaker so you can actually hear what I'm saying a bit better. So hopefully that's not too bad. So the news has just finished and we've got our cue and we'll press our jingle. We got the timeout, just a look. And there we go, we got the timeout again there. Getting ready to switch to the intro. Timeout there. And welcome to the afternoon special here on Mourne Valley Community Radio. Coming up on the show later today, we're talking to Darcy Lynn about her upcoming tour of the UK and appearing in Mansfield Palace Theatre this evening with her puppet friends. Coming up on the show later, we're talking to Natalie Cassidy about her exit from EastEnders. Coming up after the 2 o'clock news is our classic piece of music, which is Angle's Water music and Fly to the Bumblebee. Coming up after 3 o'clock news is our comedy section with featured artist today is Bob Newhart and driving instructor. So we kick things off today with Darcy Lynn's new single, Push Our Luck. And we turn that one on, fade out the intro. We'll turn the microphone down and also turn the music down because of copyright as well. Basically that's how we get music, and I can search for music through here. Normally you have it all preloaded into Radio Boss. So we can go back onto the microphone. So next this afternoon is Whitney Houston's Ultimate Album Collection from an album in '92 with the Greatest Love of All. Ensuring you keep talking just before she starts singing, then you go quiet. Like that, look. And yeah, that takes some practice. You either got to know the song quite well or use digital aids that tell you when they're going to start talking. So, how do I get them into video productions? So, we'll look at the video that I have selected. Just move the microphone out of the way. So, we'll pick a video we've already done and is already available online. So, there we go. We got the video I've recorded. Here's all the videos. Just here, can I get the camera a bit straighter? Whoops. As well, so as you can see, we've got all the video sections I recorded. If you can, do it all in sections. So if you make a mistake, it's easier to rectify. And you can play around with the order you put them in. So if we look on this line graph here, we've only got videos on the top line. First of all, got a few video clip, picture. Then we start with video. Underneath, I've got some sound I've changed there. I think that was an emergency vehicle I captured and turned it down in the production software. It was way too loud as well. So we play this. This is my video. I do own the copyrights to this video. So as you can see, there's no real music to it. Apologies about that. As well. because it is just the normal one, and I'm presuming it should be natural sound, but it's not coming through for some reason at the moment. So that is the video there as well. So we come out this one, then we scroll down here to refined again. So we got the reject, same one, but I rejected that for some reason. And as you can see here, we got audio files just there, and they are underneath. So if we pick a part of the video, and I've just gone too far. Sad Elvis Harry Mansfield has fallen into disrepair. So as you can see, that's where I've added the audio. So join me on my next episode of my scooter adventures, where we continue our adventures around Mansfield. So we stop that. We go just to the end of the video. Now we need to go to this little icon here, the microphone. Enable the microphone. Just here you get a red dot. So I need to get the microphone ready. Turn that one down. We go up with that one. Put the headphones on so I can hear what I'm saying. Whoops, sorry about that all. And we press the red dot, and as you watch the screen, you get a countdown to when it's going to start recording. So you got 3, 2, 1, 0, and it's recording. So now what I'm saying is being recorded. You know it's working because you got your green line there, and you also got confirmation on the mixer, and it's up there. So if I turn it up, look, you'll be able to hear what I'm saying through the speakers. And there, so when you want to stop talking, you press stop. Then that will populate into the video. And then we take this one down. We put the speaker up. We turn the music up so we can hear what's saying. And so now what I'm saying is being recorded. You know it's working. The green line there, and you also got confirmation. Hopefully you can hear it. On the mixer, and it's up there. Turn it up, look, you'll be able to hear what I'm saying through the speakers. And there. And it is as easy as that, using this production software. Is well. And for podcasts, you will just go onto there, press this one button once, and you'll get a what's in there telling you to record. Then you hit record, and then you are recording. Once you turn up your microphone, whatever you say is being recorded to the SD card in the device. Now, if you want to do your internet radio, you have to go through certain pieces of software that will encode it to the protocol for the internet radio. And you probably have to use certain pieces of software to assist you. Some do cost money, some are free. But this is probably your biggest outlay as well. You can start off quite easily with one that will cost about £20. And if you like it and get on with it, start upgrading as well. And you start to learn about different microphones, how they improve the sound, and how to use your mixers, and how not to have it up too loud, because you get that feedback. I'll do it again for demonstration. So yeah, there you go, look. As well. And another tip is, if you use radio microphones, ensure, where possible, they all have independent frequencies, so you don't get a mismatch of everything that is being said. And yeah, that's basically it in layman's terms as well. Obviously, your longer videos are more complex. There is a few ways you can go around it, like I am doing a voiceover live. Save you time in post-production, but I would recommend recording what you want with natural sounds, natural environment sounds, and add a voiceover to it after, and that enables you to use that footage again in other videos with different commentary, and it will save you having to mute the video commentary. Then you probably have to go and look for natural sound effects, or go out and record some sound effects to put in the background to make it look like it's just been recorded. So 25-minute video on how I get sound into videos, how I do podcasts, and how I'm planning to do the internet radio station, which may come later this year or next. Due to a illness, I've not been putting out many videos, concentrating on getting fit again. So hope you're enjoying this nice sunny weather we're having in May. This might be our summer, so enjoy it, because we could have a wet and cold June. And if you look there, the timer is telling me I've been doing a podcast for 3 minutes. To stop, you can press this button here, and that has stopped recording. It's still flashing to tell me it's still there. You press stop, and that's it. It is saved to the motherboard or SD card on this DLZ Creator. The talkback one I'm using is this particular make. Quite good make, no problems with it at this time. And the radio microphone is, there we go, there's your name. Is, well, like I say, this is bottom end microphone, nothing fancy about it. As you heard, it seems to work quite well, very loud. And just remember, this microphone, you would have to change all your channel parameters in here, your equalizer. So it might be a good idea to show you how it changes. So see if I can get rid of this whistle. So yeah, there we go, look, it's going, it's coming back up, going a bit louder, a bit louder, a bit louder, and we go down. And yeah, you just got to remember where you add it, because if you make it worse, and if you haven't saved your default settings, turn it off, you got a problem or two. So as you can see now, that microphone's gone off, and the Thai microphone has took its place as well. So if I move my head around, as you can see, it's getting a bit louder. Quite good, like I say. These radio mics are bottom end. You do get one radio mic, you get a Thai mic and transmitter, and a headset and transmitter. Well, so I think it was about £20 actually, that cost. Well. And any questions, let me know. I'll try and answer them in a video or in a direct message. So that's it from my mobility scooter adventures in the production studio. I have been out recently doing a few more pre-records for upcoming videos, touring around Mansfield, and a few other ideas I've got. So keep an eye out for them, and fingers crossed they are coming soon. So have a great week, or don't forget to give me a like, share, and any feedback is welcome. I'm still a novice, learning, so be kind with your comments.